Hi, everyone. My name is Smriti P, and today I'm really excited to be interviewing this magic mentor mentee pair of Nikita and Michelle. And they just finished the final presentation. So, congratulations to you both. It was a really wonderful presentation, and I enjoyed hearing all about your experience, Michelle. We'll kick off this interview today with some intros. Michelle, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Mishel P. I live in Boca Raton, Florida, and I just started my sixth year in Pinecrest. Well, my first year in Pinecrest, but sixth year at middle school. Yeah,
Did you say middle school?
yeah, I just started.
Right, right. Okay, thank you. And Nikita?
Hi everyone, my name is Nikita D. I'm also from Boca Raton, Florida, and I'm currently a senior at Georgia Tech studying computer science, specifically networks and human-computer interaction. And I've been mentoring Michelle for the past 3 months, and we've been having like a great time.
Fantastic. Um, so could we start off actually with a little summary of your project, Michelle, Astro Quiz?
Yeah, so we made an astronomy based app, and so it's just we used AI and like AI ChatGPT to use that. And ChatGPT helped us like create the questions. It helped me like design the how the page like the pages are gonna look. And yeah, so overall we just like created an astronomy app and it's just trivia.
Yeah, and so you said this was actually really interesting because you mentioned in the presentation that you're interested in kind of getting exposed to computer science and coding, and then also using in the space of astronomy, and then also using AI. So you use AI as a tool kind of to help, give some inspiration to what the question should be and like what a nice user interface was like. Did you have experience, working with ChatGPT before? What was that like for you this time?
Um, well, I didn't like really use ChatGPT a lot, so this was like it was kind of new for me, but it wasn't really that. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. And then, but the aspects of, you said you did some block coding, right? The aspects of that with App Inventor, was it?
MIT happened to.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, very cool. So what was that like? Had you seen code before? Had you thought about those kinds of concepts?
Yeah, I did coding before in my school. We did Vex coding.
Hmm.
So I was really like, I did robotics club and we did like comparative robotics in my school. So I really like knew how to like block code, but I wasn't like proficient at it. So like this experience just helped me like learn more and just like be good at it.
Very cool. Yeah, and it must have been nice to see at the end of the day all of that come together in this trivia game. Has anyone, friends, family tried it out?
Um, Yeah, my mom like tried it out a couple of days ago, but like once I tried it like three times, but like on the fourth try I tried it and it didn't work, but that's okay because I tried.
Nice. Do you think you'll add like you mentioned that you might want to add like a conclusion screen or more questions in the future?
Yeah. In the future we want to like maybe add a lot more like maybe like two more questions or like more questions, and also I wanted to like make somehow use AI and like block coding to at the end of like when you take it all, you just have one page saying how many you got correct and how many you got wrong. So it's gonna be like depending who's taken it, and it's gonna be like different.
Right, to keep track of the score. That sounds so cool. I think you could also use the AI to give you, I don't know, generate a ton of more questions, and then maybe the questions change every time you take the test. It's like a random selection of them. Very cool. Nikita, did you have any experience with this kind of coding and building games and apps?
Yeah, I do have a bit of experience with MIT App Inventor. I did it before when I was actually like a mentee, and it was like my first introduction to like coding. That's why I
Mhm.
really like suggesting it to people, because like I think it's a really good way to get into coding, because it's like pretty like simple to do, but you also get a really nice like outcome, so it's very like rewarding.
Mhm.
And also, especially because Michelle had like previous experience with like coding like on her robotics team, I think like this would be like a good like next step.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, the kind of coding I'm sure is very some aspects of it, loops and things and
Yeah.
conditionals might be really similar, but the application is super different. Um, awesome. So, Michelle, do you have any ideas of other things you'd want to code, either more in the robotic space or apps or websites, anything else on your mind?
Yeah, actually, I just joined the robotics team for Pinecrest, so but we're just like getting introduced with the game first and everything. But I think like I'm really gonna like learn more about block coding there,
Okay.
and yeah.
Awesome. That's so nice to hear. Nikita, one last question for you. Was there anything in this mentoring session that you learned that you hope to take with you into your future ones?
Yeah, I actually learned like a lot about like astronomy, um, because like we initially wanted to do like a combination of like astronomy and like AI, and then we changed it to like astronomy and coding. And
Mhm.
like I had no knowledge of like astronomy. So it was nice like learning like facts and stuff while we were planning like questions for the trivia. And then I also did learn, like at the beginning when we weren't sure what project we wanted to do, we were also toying with like the idea of doing like some form of Wordle. So I
Mhm.
learned like a lot about like the organization of like how we would organize like the words like before we like switch topics.
Nice. Yeah, it's fun to learn together and to have like that shared
Yeah.
meta thread going during the session. Fantastic. And Michelle, last question for you. Now that you've gone through the whole experience, do you have any advice that you would give to future mentees?
I mean, I'd probably say like don't skip your meetings and be on meetings on time because I like skipped like two or like one meeting and like it was really awkward and I'm like and I
It's fine.
yeah and I was like and I felt like really bad for skipping it so I would, like my advice would be like don't skip your meeting.
That is a good starting place. Yeah, keeping consistent and showing up and working on it consistently during the session for sure. Okay, well, thank you both. It was a pleasure to chat with you and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.